call.
Not yet.
All right, this is State of Ohio versus Carrie Beth McCoy. CRB 24227. This matter is on a recall after receiving the report from Ms. McCoy's prior treatment provider. This matter is set as a sentencing here today on a case that hasn't been disposed of yet at this point. So, to put some background on the record, it appears Ms. McCoy has been to a numerous amount of treatment providers, and it's either discharged or leaves and goes to another one, a different one. My understanding is she's in treatment now. Mr. Morford, when she left her most recent treatment or was discharged, where did she go after that point?
They offer a lot of programs that can help me focus the particular church. It just wasn't a treatment center for me, to be honest. If I have one morning of memories, I've been good. I have one report. I've been there almost 5 days now. I mean, I promise you, but this will be the last straw. They have programs that will benefit me, and I think that it is really right. So I'm just looking forward to it.
Okay, anything else you want to add to that, Mr. Morford?
No, Judge, she, like you said, she's admitted reasonably. That's a good fit for her meeting.
No, I believe she's been there 5 days. How many days has she been there?
I think maybe 4. Since 9:30, so 3, yeah.
Okay. All right, Mr. Heald, and I'm not addressed the matter of what's in the prior report, but Mr. Heald, I'll give you an opportunity if there's anything you would like to address with the court.
This current report is, I believe, as bad as we've ever encountered. And I believe that Ms. McCoy has not been sentenced on the charge, even though she pled guilty some time ago. We've extended her the opportunity to do the treatment for her betterment. You know, even though this came into court because of her wrongdoing, we were willing to be patient. And she's continued to fail time and time again at making progress. In fact, she's gone backwards, as far as I can tell. So I think she needs to be sentenced. And I think she needs to do some jail time. We want her to go back to treatment at some point, but I think that she needs to convince the court that she's truly repentant for her actions and that she wants to do better. Otherwise, she could do 6 months in jail. So that's what we're going to ask for the court to order, and then we'll leave it obviously to the court to determine if and when her attitude has adjusted sufficiently that she could go back to treatment.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you, Ms. McCoy, before we do anything else. This report is unbelievable.
I could explain it, but
I don't want you to explain it. You've had ample opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. I have at least once told you that it was your last chance. After that, Judge Capper gave you another chance. Last time he told you it was your last chance. Did he not? I mean, this is, I'm talking. This is unbelievable. I mean, I've practiced in this court and other courts around Southern Ohio for, I practiced in this court for 9 prior to taking this job. I practiced in other courts, and I still practice in other courts around, and this isn't even close. This is the worst report I've ever seen, and it's not particularly close. And I've represented people that have had some really bad reports that I thought was unbelievable at the time. And this is not even close. I don't think that you are serious about this. I don't think that you're taking advantage of the opportunities that you're given. And quite frankly, I think that you kind of come your nose at the court. And I take a little bit of offense to that. So I'm going to go ahead and sentence you in this matter. And then we'll talk a little more after that. So this is a theft charge. So I'm going to sentence you to 180 days in jail. I am going to order you to pay the court costs. It'll be a $100 fine. I'm going to give you 30 hours of community service. There'll be 2 years level 4 probation at this point. I'm not at this point going to suspend any of the time at this point. Now, so I'm sentencing you to all 180 days at this point. Now, after you've done a month, if you want to send a letter up and request, another opportunity, and if I'm hearing good reports from the jail at that point, we might give you another shot at it. That will be, you have to take that taken care of through the jail, and Minute Reads has them, I'm sure they will take them to the jail. I presume, since you've got her presently, that if we were to let her out back into treatment, you would be willing to take her, assuming you have a bed?
Yes, but I would recommend we reassess her because I don't think she was completely honest when she did our assessment after talking with Focus and that. So, yeah, if she is honest with her reassessment, we would take her back.
Okay. So, and here's the other part, Mr. McCoy, that you're running low on places that would even be able to be willing to take you. You've been to so many of them at this point. At some point, right now, if Minute Reads says if you'll be honest in the assessment, that they'd be willing to take you back, but if you're not and they don't, I don't know who would at this point. And if nobody's willing to take you, I've got no option but to let you sit there for 6 months. I don't particularly want to do that. But if that's what it takes to get your attention, that's what I'm going to do. Because at this point, it doesn't appear that you've had much consequence for the way you've been acting and what you've been doing. And so actions have consequences, and you're going to have to learn that. So. Well, you had an opportunity to work yourself into those things, and you worked your way out of it. So it's a first-degree misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on that's up to 180 days in jail. You're getting the maximum based upon your actions. But, as I said, if you get good reports from the jail, we would consider releasing you sooner after you serve 30 days and letting you go back to treatment. But that's contingent upon a treatment provider taking you, which is contingent upon you being honest through your assessment. And, at that point, you've been sentenced now. So if you do 30 days and we release you, you'll have 150 held over your head. And if you messed up in treatment at that point, there'll be a probation violation filed. Most likely. I assume the state will file a probation violation. And then you go back for those 150 days. So we try to give you the carrot for a little while to get you to change and do what you're supposed to do. The carrot didn't work, so now there's going to be a little stick behind it. So that's going to be the order of the court. You're remanded into custody.
Right, do you want to review hearings sooner than the April 10th? Do you want to?
Let's set a review on this for Mr. Morphy, you here November 3rd?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to set a review on that for November 3rd at 9 a.m. Ms. McCoy, if you do well and you don't give the jail any problems, then I will consider releasing you and back into the treatment program at that time. So we'll see you back November the 3rd. Court's adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We have
Okay.
a late arrival, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Ken Fortner, case number CRD 25301.
All right, this is State of Ohio versus Kim Fortner, CRD 25301. I called this earlier, and Mr. Fortner had not appeared at that time. He has since appeared, so he had missed the hearing on 9/19, and this was continued today. He missed the hearing a little bit earlier, but he's here now. So, hang on, put your hand down. So, there was a bench warrant to be issued immediately. I don't believe it's gone out at this point, so we will recall that warrant. This is Mr. Morford's case, and it says a pretrial.
Judge, I don't believe we're going to resolve this short of a bench trial.
Okay. When are you looking at for a trial, Mr. Morford?
Judge, I'm pretty clear in October and November, but knowing that, you'll pick a date that I have in mind.
All right, let me look at the October dates first, and then I'll talk with Mr. Field about that as well. Is there any dates that you're unavailable, Mr. Field?
I'm always here, so. We'd like to have it in November if possible. We've got several things already in October.
Okay, we can do November. How about November 3rd? That's a Monday.
That works here, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to set this for November 3rd for a trial at noon.
And I would like to say, Your Honor, on behalf of the state, we do have several witnesses, and we continued the trial in the past because some of the witnesses would not be available, and because they're law enforcement officers and various people, sometimes they have other duties that they have to attend to. So we're going to check as quickly as we can to make sure that they're available on that date. We may have to ask for a different date.
No vacations.
Yeah, no vacations.
All right, as long as it's, something fairly quick, and I presume if that's the case, Mr. Morford's typically pretty easy to work with on that, and that likely wouldn't be a problem. However, if it's,
We'll work with it.
showing up the day of trial and you're not available, that may be a different story, so. All right, see you back November 3rd, Mr. Fortner at noon.
See you then.
State of Ohio recall of Elson Childers, case number TRC 23629, from B and C, TRD 25107, A, B, and C.
State of Ohio versus Elson Childers, PRC 23629, A, B, and C, PRC 25107, A, B, and C. Mr. Childers is now present. This matter will be set as a review.
We can continue that till Monday, Your Honor.
Okay, that's correct. We passed this matter, I think Mr. Childers had called in. We passed it till Monday. He's here now. All right. Mr. Childers, I'm looking at your review on this, and I see on one case, the 25107A case, was $385 owed, and that's between fines and court costs and the like. And it doesn't look like anything's been paid on it. You've done your community service on the 23629 A, B, and C, and you've been making payments on that. But I'm not seeing any new community service. So, here's what we're going to do. I don't feel like you've done a whole lot since we were last here, so I'm going to order you to do community service the next 2 Saturdays. They're double days. So, if you do those double days, it's 24 hours credit, and if there's any community service outstanding, it'll cover that first. If it's there's no community service outstanding, which I don't believe that there is, I'm not going to give you 2 new days to do, but if there, with there being no community service outstanding, that'll knock $200 off your fines, which is a substantial amount with getting these cases resolved. So I'm going to order you here tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. and the 11th at 7:30 a.m. to do those 2 days of community service. I'm going to set you back for another review on November 24th.
I work at 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay, where you work?
Beach Fork State Park.
What do you do there?
I'm the store clerk there.
Well, all right, I'll do it one day then, and you're gonna have to make arrangements on it, so I'll on the 11th.
I plan to pay some of my fines today. It's actually why I came in. I didn't think I was going to make it to court today.
Okay. Well, I'll note that you're gonna make a payment, so you're gonna be ordered to do it October 11th, but since you're working, I'll give you a pass on tomorrow, but you'll have to make arrangements if they try to schedule you to work that morning. But that'll get you 12 hours, which will knock $100 off your fines. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. We'll see you back on November 24th. Now court's adjourned.